Thanks, Sophie. On BBC London, the family of a teenage boy who drowned in the Thames now warning about the dangers of open water. Good evening, I'm Alison, Earle. Please tell them not to jump in because it's so dangerous. That's the plea from the family of a 14-year-old who drowned in the Thames. It happened in Richmond last year. Well, an inquest into Brian Sassu's death heard there were no clear warning signs or safety equipment where he went in. Well, his parents have now joined the London Fire Brigade to help raise awareness of the risks, as Helen Drew reports.
14-year-old Brian Sassu jumped into the water in Tags Island, Richmond, on one of last summer's hottest days. He got into trouble and his body was found the next day.
We've been through a lot since my son passed away, and it's very, very difficult for us. It's like the pain, it just can't go away.
His family have been working with the London Fire Brigade to educate people to prevent another tragedy.
In the water! Wave you up! Catch me!
Today, the Fire Brigade and the RNLI are by Teddington Lock, teaching water safety.
On a lovely warm day, this water looks so inviting. It's clearly not a place to swim, the Thames. Just enjoy it from the bank. Have a great day, but do not enter the Thames. Do not enter the water.
Part of the way through our filming, the London Fire Brigade spotted two teenagers who had entered the Thames and rushed off to warn them of the dangers.
But girls, please don't swim in the river anywhere, and please tell your friends. It's so dangerous.
In 2021, the London Fire Brigade attended 5 incidents where a person drowned. Last year that doubled, with firefighters going to 10 incidents where someone drowned.
It takes about 90 seconds to get adjusted to the water, but before that, all the blood rushes from your arms and legs to protect the core of your body. It means that your arms and legs don't work so well, your brain gets confused. Even an Olympic swimmer will struggle to swim if he has cold water shock.
And Brian's dad has a message for people still tempted to jump in.
Don't. Even you have peer pressure with your mate, tell them no, don't do it. I don't want any child, any parents to go through what we're going through.
Helen Drew, BBC London, Teddington.
In other news, the Met Police has revealed a 13-week campaign by Just Stop Oil protesters cost them more than £7.7 million. The police made 270 arrests over the demonstrations since April. Scotland Yard described the action as crime, but the group says it will continue. Now, there are common sights across the capital, but it's where hire e-bikes are being left that's causing some concerns. In fact, people in Hounslow say they're worried a serious accident could be caused by electric bikes being left in the middle of roads. Well, there are now calls for a bike trial in that borough to be scrapped, as Nikki Ford explains.
The moment an electric bike gets dumped in a place it clearly shouldn't have been. Captured by one resident's doorstep camera.
They put it in the middle of the road very close to the junction, and obviously it was planned so that a car would come around the corner, hit it, and then they manoeuvred it so that it was horizontal rather than vertical. It was taking up pretty much the middle of the road. A car then did come around the corner, luckily saw it, but practically had to mount the pavement and the curb to get past.
Hounslow is the latest council to introduce the dockless bike scheme run by the company Lime. Their aim? To provide an easy and environmentally friendly way to travel. Hounslow say over 40,000 trips have been made in the first month. However, it's where these trips are ending that's concerning people on this street.
As soon as it came out, we saw a bike just parked outside here, and we had to push it so we can get the cars out. And it's very, very hard to push it and put it all the way back at the end of the road.
While we were filming, other residents stopped us to complain about them too.
These are more hindrance than anything. I don't know why the council have put these up. they really are hazard to us, the drivers.
It's a very new thing. I know the borough is looking at a good thing, but it's not appropriate where the bikes have been allocated. They need to be moved in a proper place.
Well, Hounslow Council say that this is part of a 6-month trial and they're working closely with Lime Bikes to ensure that people park their bikes responsibly in the designated parking bays. But the rules on how and where to park bikes like this vary from borough to borough. Currently, there are designated parking bays for Lime Bikes in 5 London boroughs. But elsewhere, customers are urged to park them responsibly or face a fine issued by the company. There are calls for better regulation of all the e-bikes across London, whilst Lime Bikes want an extra 10,000 parking bays. In Hounslow, residents want better enforcement of the ones they've got. Nikki Ford, BBC London.
Time for a check on the weather now. Here's Katerina.
Hello there, turning largely dry out there tonight with clear skies and light winds. And under those clear skies tonight, our temperatures will fall away to around 9 or 10 degrees. So it is going to be a cool start into our Wednesday morning, but Wednesday, I think a lovely sunny start to the day. It's going to stay quite bright, at least through the first half of the afternoon. The second half, cloud amounts will start to increase from the west, winds will start to pick up, and temperatures around 24 in Celsius. So in that sunshine tomorrow, it is going to be feeling rather pleasant. But it's tomorrow night, things do take a bit of a turn. That cloud will continue to increase and thicken from the west. Outbreaks of rain through the night, potentially falling heavy, but the bulk of that rain should clear by Thursday morning.
Well, that's all from the late team, but if you missed it, do head to our website to see the story of Grace Spence Green, the doctor featured in BBC series Extraordinary Portraits. We'll be back in breakfast tomorrow. From all of us here, do have a very good evening. Good night.